Yeah.
Congratulations to the win. Can you give us your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, obviously we know Geelong are a tough opponent, and especially like having like Peely back. I thought tonight we kind of like left missed opportunities on the table with our free throws and finishing around the basket, and that kind of put us in a position where we had to like claw and fight to like stay in the game. And yet again, some of our bad habits offensively, taking quick shots, taking like early shots started to seep in. But after like I thought we had a really good practice this week. I thought our practices this week were some of the best that we've had, and maybe coming off those 3 games in 6 days and having like a week, some of that caught up with us tonight. But credit to the girls for like sometimes you're going to have to like win ugly and make it a battle, and Geelong makes you play that way.
You mentioned about Geelong making you play that way. Dating back to last season, these matchups against Geelong have always kind of been tight. What is it about them that makes these matchups so tough?
I just think they're scrappy and they play super hard. They always seem to have like really good third quarters and come out really aggressive and assertive, and they're a quality team with quality players.
Throughout these past 4 games in this winning streak, the 3-point shooting has picked up. What do you attribute the uptick in the shooting overall for the team?
I think we do enough like shooting at practice, enough, more than like enough, and so I just think having everyone back healthy, Z definitely helps space the floor for our shooters, and such a great passer. And I think now that we're starting to, everyone fulfilling their role, is we're getting open shots and sharing the ball more, and so we're getting wide open shots, and obviously winning games helps build confidence as well.
No.
Jade, Z and Sarah are all named in the Oval squad this time round. How does the Cups program encourage world-class excellence?
Recruiting world-class players. I guess obviously those 3, huge honour for like those to be named in the squad like again, and obviously they're a foundation of what we were trying to like build here and continue to build like with the Caps, and so a great accolade and a shout out to them for like their excuse me, their inclusion into that squad, but also like obviously it's a team game as well, and so they I'm sure all 3 would say they wouldn't be out here without their teammates along beside them.
Girls, we've had you in the WNBA as an Atlantic during assistant coach, and now your brother's over with Unrivaled as a performance coach. What's been the key to putting Australian, not only players, but coaches and performance staff on the map, and how much does that mean to you as both a brother and a coach? Yeah,
obviously really excited and proud of Brent's achievements. I think, I'm biased, but I think he's one of the best in Australia at what he does, both like from an Opal standpoint in WNBL, his work ethic, and how much he just like loves his job and he wants to make players better. And so doing that, and I recognise like over there too, is I think that there's a lot of potential over in Australia here that just doesn't get like seen. There's a number of like coaches, S&C, physios, whoever they would, that could quite easily step in and be part of a WNBA team. It's just about opportunity, timing, and knowing the right people. And but being over there is definitely like the WNBL as far as the level of coaches, the level of players, if they were given an opportunity, could be successful over there as well.
And how important do you think it is for kids like Z, Change and Sarah to go up against world-class WNBA talent in Elsa Peely and McKenna?
Yeah, it's a good test. Obviously, you want to test yourself against the best, and I think someone like Z sees that as a huge challenge of coming in and playing someone of WNBA talent like Mackenzie Holmes, and obviously had such a fast start to the season and is touted as one of the MVP candidates. I think those players kind of get up for that competitive edge against them.
Munger, you've been around the Caps program now for a few years. This is, I think, the team's first 4-game winning streak since 2022, if I'm not mistaken. How does it feel to kind of like finally be part of a team that is taking that like next step in the Caps?
Yeah, obviously it's incredible. I mean, winning games feels really good and it builds the confidence, like Gaz said. But I think it's just really cool to be a part of a group that works really hard on the court, works together, and then are really close off the court. So it's just been great, to be a part of that. And I think I'm really excited, and we're really excited for what this season holds. So even though it's 4 games, I don't think we can rest on our laurels. We have to keep pushing. And I think tonight, like Gaz said, it's a great test for us because they play so hard and they have a lot of tricky actions. But I think it's a step that we need to keep growing. We can't plateau.
You're at 6-6 now, halfway through the season. What are your thoughts so far on what are your thoughts on the first half of the season, and what do you think the team can work on more as we go through the back half of the season?
Yeah, I think it's just being consistent. I think there's moments of brilliance that we have, and like God said, this week at practice was incredible. I thought we kept climbing the mountain, I guess. But yeah, you've seen a lot of really highlights of this team and some lowlights. So I think we just have to keep building on those highlights and making it consistent day in and day out, making those our habits, and expecting that of each other. I think that's the biggest thing. But yeah, sky's the limit.
Anyone on Zoom?
Yeah, hey Paul, it's just Seb from AAP. Obviously, Jade Melbourne, spectacular performance. Did you kind of know that tonight? Did you kind of think that tonight was going to be the night where she would go out and score a season high 21 points and 10 assists?
I don't to be honest, no. You don't know what you're going to get from your athletes like each night. So obviously we know Jade's a great caliber player, both in our team and in our league, and she can score. And obviously, like, her assist numbers are high because of the teammates she has around her. And so, we expect, or we have high expectations of her every game. And so for her, I think this was probably just a normal night that she did a great job of getting feet in the paint, but also finding teammates. So her just finding that level of consistency with this new group.
Obviously, what was kind of that match was very close, a very seesawing-esque encounter. What was your message to the girls throughout the game, just to kind of get it under control and keep in that match?
Yeah, I think at times the way that they got back into the game was our lack of execution. As I said before, taking quick shots, being slow to get into our spots offensively, really hurt us. I think holding Geelong to 73 is a decent effort, but I think offensively, as I said, we missed a couple of key layups, missed free throws at times, but I just thought at times our execution really lacked.
And obviously you are, I think, now 2 points clear in fourth place on the ladder. Do you still feel like there is a global improvement for the side to go if you are to make finals in a couple months' time?
Oh yeah, definitely we've got to be better than what we were tonight, and that's no discredit to Geelong. As I said, our finishing, our free throws, and just being able to execute. When they get up by 4 and we come down and take a quick shot or a 1-pass-3, that's where we need to definitely be better in the game management part. So definitely there's continued room for growth for us, and obviously the ladder is the ladder. We just got to take care of our own business.
And Nicole, obviously it was another close one against Geelong. What was the emotion kind of running through your head in those final last 5 minutes?
Oh, just execution focused. I think that's what we prepare for. So don't get too high, don't get too low, and what's the next job? And we did a good job of communicating that, guys, to us, and then us on the court, what our schemes were, and just staying in the moment. So good to get another win, and a lot to build on.
And we saw your teammate Issa got another start tonight for the Capitals. Can you just kind of talk us through how she adds to the squad? What do you think?
Yeah, 100%. I think what you see with Issa, on the court, is incredible. But really, what she is in the locker room and what she is for this team is something that doesn't get enough credit. She's one of the best leaders I've been around. Just so selfless, works really, really hard, and it's just there for everyone. The emotional intelligence that she has is next to none. And her leadership has been, I think, what's really taken us to that next level. So I'm really happy to see her doing well on the court, but really what she means to this team off the court, it's even more. So she's an incredible human, and so thankful she's in Caps colours.
Thanks, guys. That's all I have.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, I thought we were done.
No, I live up all mate. With Satina running pick and rolls, it seems like Jade's down sort of her comfort zone, and tonight obviously was the epitome of that, especially looked all year. From your point of view, is this sort of the key to unlocking Jade for the rest of the year, having Satina as that rolling option?
It is, and obviously we played a bunch of games without Z, so how we envisage this team and how we wanted to play, we didn't have Z for a chunk of that time. So now being able to bring Z into the lineup and play the minutes that she's playing and play that 2-man game in the pick and roll with Jade is definitely advantageous for us and a strong spot for us. This is what we thought it would be. Will that continue to be better? Yes, like I can be in dealing with different schemes that we see each game. So I think it'll only continue to improve.
We saw with Shannon that he was moving around Hartu as best he could in that first half, and it really gave Townsville the opportunity in that game. Is Jade's speed and sort of energy that could charge you guys something that's going to help you guys get past Perth?
Yeah, obviously we've got to try and get her out of the paint somehow. Like they play a lot of deep drops, and Han does a great job of protecting the rim with her length. I thought we didn't do a great job like last time, like just driving into her traffic. So yeah, definitely that's something that we've got to start working on for tomorrow and planning for Perth on Tuesday.
That's all. Off you go.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.